Thank you. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for not being here today with you. Today we will present you two funding options of BPI France. From BPI France, we'll present you the innovation aid and the IDEMO aid. I will present you first of all the IDEMO aid. Is it okay? IDEMO is a device that aims to finance important R&D projects. It's a call for projects open to consortia. It's a part of the plan France 2030, launched by the government in 2021. The main goal of IDEMO is to finance R&D projects in their pre-industrial phases. It's open to all thematics, all sectors, and its objective is to put forward the innovation of rupture through individual or collaborative projects for the link between companies and research organizations in order to structure a sector. So it's a very large call for project, and it's one of the most important in the Plan France 2030. So to sum up, the goal of this call for project is to develop high-level technological innovation with significant and economic benefit from research to industry. It's okay. About the expectation and the expected projects, you can deposit a collaborative project or individual project. For the collaborative project, you have to have at least one SMEs or IT with a limit of 6 partners. Any project must be supported by a company. A consortium must be supported by industrial and research partners, and the expenses must include industrial research phases as well as experimental development phases prior to marketing. About the minimum size of the project is a minimum of 4 million euros, and the indicative duration of the project is between 3 and 5 years. This is about the expectation. There is also different selections criteria. The first one, the most important one, is the innovative character and added value of the project, which is the maturity of the project, which is the degree of disruption of the innovation and characterization of the technological barriers to be overcome. There is also one of the most important, the environmental performance of the project is to take into account the ecological and energy transition, which is a document you have to deposit in the pre-proposal. There is also the capacity of the project, the skills of the team, the complementarity of the different partners, and then there is the economic impact of the project, which is the quality and the robustness of the economic model, and also the potential market, the analysis of the target market, and all these data and strategic assets you will present. There is also the eligible expenses and applied aid rates. This rate depends on both of the size of the company and the type of cost. Generally, all the R&D expenses are eligible. You can see the salaries of internal staff, subcontracting, amortization contribution, So globally is general expenses which are eligible. And the project costs are eligible from the day following the submission of the full application. So you can see different options of financement between and there is a different option for the academic partners. So these are the cost, and this cost can be found in more details in the full catalog of this project, of this call for project. About the nature of the grant, so the funding is a mix between grants and recoverable advances up to 75% of grant if there is a majority of industrial research and 60% of grants for the project, mainly experimental development. Though about the implementation and the follow-up of the project, you have to deal with BPI France, again for the contractualization and the project follow-up in general. About the selection process, this is several selection steps with first the deposit on the extranet registration. There is then a pre-selection phase, and then there is hearings. And after the hearings, you have to deposit the full proposal. So there is a two-step of deposit. First one, the pre-proposal at the beginning, and then after the hearings, there is the complete proposal of your project. So between this selection process for the first registration to the notification, you can more or less have 6 months. This is the average time to grant notification. About the deadline to deposit, next one are 10 of May and 20 June next June for the deadline. So there is still two times to deposit your project. About the submission, as I said, the submission must be filled on the extranet. There is two deposits, two deposit. So all the documents are available on the website. You can find any information on the website of the call for project. You can see here, and you will see the documents to deposit and the full catalog of eligibility and selection criteria that we introduced today. If you have any question, for any question, visit our website or contact us to the following mail, idemo@bpifrance.fr. Thank you very much again for this invitation, and don't hesitate to, if you have any question. Thank you very much.
I have a question. Is this a kind of open call, or is there a deadline for it? I mean, there's more flexibility if there's an open call.
There are deadlines, but every 2 months, so it's kind of a flexible way to.
Okay.
Yeah. So next May 10th and the one after 20th of June.
I cannot hear you.
It's okay. Can we tell him that it's okay and I answer because he can't hear us? Okay, so that was the first part. So this is the funding if the French part has more than 4 million euros of costs, meaning that you can apply for this one with Antoine, and we can actually fund through these kind of fundings all type of partners, from academic partners to corporates and of course SMEs and mid-caps. So that's the first one. And then we have the other possibility if you only have small cost on the French side. Well, small, less than 4 million. And here we will have a different funding, and this funding enables us to fund SMEs, mid-cap up to 2,000 employees directly, and then if you have other type of partners,